want to introduce you to Guido and Guido over there. They're hanging out. These are our main groundskeepers this year.
Hi, Don.
This is our 50th annual High Lonesome Invitational. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, moving along. Before I say anything, I wanted to point out. Joe asked me a couple days ago, since he is the next champion, if there could be a champion's locker room like they have in the Masters. So I put it right next to the men's room over there, the toilet behind the woodshed. Okay, so the rest of you guys who are master or former champions, if you want to hang out there, that's fine.
The rest of us anywhere is okay?
No, you don't have a locker room. That's just the champion's locker room. That's where they talk about their green glove and all that kind of stuff. Okay, it's going to be a great day. The course is playing way better than it ever has. It's really, you can go pretty much at the pin. You'll find that your chipping is going to be a lot more accurate. I think the scores are going to be, it's going to take probably 3 under to win the Open, I would imagine. Okay, I'd like to do a few thanks as usual. Jim Adams once again came through with some really nice trophies. Jim has been
all right.
For like 6 or 7 years now, I guess, huh, Jim, or more? I don't know.
Yeah,
Jim also made the
running out of wood.
Jim put the perpetual trophy together. I also want to thank Bob Powers, who is our beer man. Bob is the reason I won the tournament one year, because I started thinking, how can I possibly win this tournament? I've got to bring everybody back to my level. So I figured out there was going to be a hot day coming up. I figured the beer man and the hot day, and it worked out great. I mean, you can tell after about 7 or 8 holes, I could hear all over the course, like beer man, people were screaming beer man, and it worked. I mean, the scores were not very good that year. I was drinking water the whole time. Also, I want to say something about Bob that you probably don't know. Bob, during the last year, competed in the International Masters Olympics. What's it called, Bob? Something like that, right? No, it was Sydney World Masters. Sydney World Masters. There were like 25,000 people, Masters Olympians there, and Bob won the javelin. Okay. And
wow.
Bob is now ranked number 3 in the world in his age group in the javelin. So, of course, his age group was January 3rd, 1946. Just kidding, Bob. Bob's a great athlete and a great world champion. World champion. Gold medal. Okay, I want to thank Maria also, because Maria's done.
Yeah, Maria.
Maria does a lot of work to get this prepared, goes to Costco and gets all this stuff and worries about setting it up right. And the thing about Maria you don't know about is she's actually a 4 handicap golfer here at High Lonesome.
She opts out.
She's a 4 handicap, except on the second hole she's more like a 5 handicap. She gets a handicap on each hole. Okay, I want to thank Vicki and Christian. Vicki was working on the scoreboard and did a great job.
Right.
And also, those guys gave me a nice, if you look back there on the wall, there's a golfer, which actually is an artistic representation of Harry Vardon. I don't know if any of you guys know who that was. Harry Vardon was like the first great professional golfer back in the 1890s. And he came up here and played a exhibition match one year, and they got a daguerreotype of him, a picture, and then they made that. You can recognize the guy from his great poetry, okay? So that's very important.
Does he have the course record still?
He doesn't have that. The course was in bad shape in those days. They didn't have the donkey. Okay, I also want to thank the Stuart and Jennifer White Foundation. Those guys, about 2 months ago, they called up and said they were getting rid of their bar. I guess they're giving up drinking or something like that. So they took the bar out of the house, which is something Maria and I had put into that house like 25 years ago. And I set it up over there, and it's if you need to get water or you want to wash yourself afterwards, there's running water, and also there's a bar there, all the beer and all that will be there. And the great thing about it is, to the left of it, to the east of it, I've been able to put the High Lonesome Museum. And the museum is all the various artifacts that I found over the years. I usually just kind of throw down on the ground when we're done talking about them. They're all in position right now. All of the Father Sarah stuff, which, by the way, he still has not been made a saint. I appreciate that you guys never said anything about the shroud that I discovered because I'd have a hard time. I just have to lie that it didn't exist.
Did you get a PIB permit for that?
Yeah. Actually, I didn't get a permit for that, Terry. It's just one wing. It's the east wing of that wall. You're right. I might need a permit. So all of the different things are over there. Now, the museum, in case you're interested, is open the third Tuesday of every month from about 12 to 12:10, okay? So if you guys want to come and have a tour, it takes a while to go through there. Also, if you have company coming from out of town and would like to have a special showing, just give me a call, and give them at least 5 minutes time to go through it, okay? So I'd be glad to show you through it. Okay, as far, I want to thank Joe also, Joe Culver. He came by and helped me with the greens, the work that Christian usually does. Joe's a little more ethical about it, so there's not going to be any secret little channels or little obstructions that are placed in the way. So Joe did a good job on that. Thanks a lot, Joe. Okay, this year I don't have to thank any sponsors because we're going organic. After watching the Masters and seeing all those patches, those guys, it's becoming like Ricky Bobby out there. The NASCAR, some of those guys had 6 patches on. They had like FedEx and they had different things that don't even have anything to do with golf. So I figured, well, we're getting away from that. We're going to just be a pure high lonesome, okay? So can you imagine Harry Varden walking around with Jersey milk, like the guy was from the Isle of Jersey where they raise Jersey cows, or Gary, what's that British stuff those guys eat? Where's Gary?
Oh, Nutella?
Marmite or something like that.
Nutella?
Australian.
Well, the Brits eat it.
Yeah, Marmite.
Marmite. Yeah, I've got a big Marmite patch on. So anyway, or Ben Hogan carrying like a FedEx thing. So we're out of that. We're out of that business. Okay.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I want to mention something about Dave Hiltz. Dave came down. He flew down here from Portland to be in this tournament. And interesting thing about Dave is that he played here 3 years ago, and he actually had a pretty dismal round. Sorry to say that, Dave. So on the flight back, Dave started thinking, what can I do about improving my golf game? So when he got back, or on the plane, he happened to just by chance see this advertisement for this Deepak Chopra School of Middle Golf. Okay? So Dave signed up when he got there, and it's a 3-year course, and you do not touch a golf club the whole time. You don't have anything to do with golf. All you do is you sit there and you visualize what it would be like playing on a hole. And today's going to be his first day back. First day touching the club. So it'll be interesting to see if it's the real deal or if it's a hoax.
He's using a putter?
No, it's a pitching wedge.
I don't know if you remember, there was something that Sports Illustrated did about 25 or 30 years ago. A lot of you won't remember that, but they did a April edition of the baseball edition, and they had a guy named Sid Finch, who nobody remembers that, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
It was an April Fool's edition, it turned out to be. But they wrote this great article on this Sid Finch guy and how he'd gone to the Himalayas. And he mastered baseball just by thinking about it. And he came back, and they kept him all hush-hush. And he was throwing the ball like 120 or 130 miles an hour. The catchers couldn't even touch the guy. And I read the article, and I thought, oh, my God, this guy is incredible. And I told Maria about it, and she was right away, being a Sicilian, saying, no way, that just didn't happen. Well, the next week they came out and admitted that it was a hoax. It was an April Fool's joke, and it was a great joke. And a lot of people wrote letters in afterwards saying, I'm canceling my subscription. You guys have no right doing that. Okay, so we'll see if Dave's is the real thing or not.